A potentially game-used Jackie Robinson bat was almost sold for $1 at a yard sale. Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So this is a story that originated in 2013, but kind of went viral in the last week or so. A couple of you sent it to me, and you can Google a few keywords like Jackie Robinson bat $1, and there are hundreds of stories about it. It's weird how aggregation works. They're all the same exact thing, but various websites have just stolen the story and published it as their own. I don't know, it's wild. So first of all, a reminder, tomorrow, Saturday, June 22nd, I am on the For Collectors channel. For Collectors, For Collectors. All you need to do is search For Collectors, or maybe I'll put it in the description here, the link to the channel, on the live stream as part of their Hobby Palooza, raising money for Signatures for Soldiers, a good cause, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be on with my friend Oliver. We'll talk about the NBA Finals. We'll talk about cards. He has a recent PSA return. A lot of good stuff. I hope you'll join us. We'll be there for an hour. For Collectors, 1 p.m. Saturday, the 22nd. All right, so back in 2013, a woman named Sue McEntee in Grimes, Iowa, had a yard sale in her front yard. These are actual pictures from her yard sale. And a man showed up, and he was looking at the baseball bats that were strewn along the ground under the table on her driveway. And he recognized one, and he picked it up, and it had distinct taping and a larger knob at the end. And he pulled her aside and said, "Do you know what this is?" And she said, "No." And he said, "Go get a pencil." And so she went and got a pencil, and he rubbed or etched a specific spot on the barrel, and it what showed up underneath were the words Jackie Robinson. And he said, "This is a Jackie Robinson bat. It's a bat that he used." And he recognized it by the type of the bat and the taping and the bigger knob at the end of the bat. Really fascinating. But this is a man named Bruce Skopecki, an antique dealer and garage sale enthusiast who was just going from garage sale to garage sale looking for treasures, and also extraordinarily honest. If you went to a yard sale and you recognized, we'll talk about value in a moment, a very valuable item was being sold for $1, and you knew it had a ton of value, would you buy it for that $1, or would you tell we talk about ethics, morality on here a lot. I'm curious to know, in this situation, would you tell this person? For me, I would. First of all, I wouldn't recognize it. I wouldn't even know how to tell that it's a Jackie Robinson bat until now, or even what the etching did exactly. But she's not a dealer of sports memorabilia. If you're a dealer of sports memorabilia, you should know what you have. But she's just a woman at a yard sale. I would tell her. So he pulled her aside, showed her what she had, and then explained to her what it was. It turns out this woman named Sue McEntee, her uncle was Joe Hatton, who played with Jackie Robinson in the late 1940s and early 1950s. And in fact, during a time of great racial strife, when black players, of course Jackie Robinson was the first, were not allowed to go into hotels in a lot of cases and restaurants, and a lot of players didn't want to room with Jackie Robinson. Her uncle Joe Hatton was happy to room with him when he was asked to. So he actually was a roommate of Jackie Robinson. They were close friends, and he had gotten this bat at some point. And Sue McEntee's kids had grown up playing baseball in the yard with a Jackie Robinson, potentially game-used bat. Can you imagine coming to that realization as an adult, thinking, we played baseball with a Jackie Robinson bat, which is crazy. And it's very scuffed up, it's old, it's dirty. So she decided to keep it for 10 years. And then she went to Antiques Roadshow episode of filming pretty recently, and they had several experts assess it. The several experts met together, and they decided that it is real. They agree that it's real, and based on its current condition, they estimated its value at $15,000 to $20,000. Now, if she cleans it up, it could be worth 5 times that, which would be $75,000 to $100,000, which still seems a little light to me, but I also don't know how you would clean it up. How do you clean up a scuffed bat? There's probably professional cleaners out there, right? I don't know. I'm not into the memorabilia market. I don't have that expertise at all. So if you know how you clean up a bat like that, by all means, let me know in comments, or you can email me. The episode airs in January, she thinks, which is still 6 months away. I'll probably put out a reminder in my newsletter, which you can sign up for free at junkwaxhero.com. I did put out my final 2-episode review of Ken Golden's show this morning through my newsletter. My newsletter. So Joe Hatton, though, I want to talk a little bit about him because I looked him up. I had never heard of Joe Hatton before. Played for Brooklyn for 6-ish seasons, 4.5 or 5 of them with Jackie Robinson. His first 3 seasons actually won 44 games. And he was pretty decent in those first 3 seasons, 1946 through 48, I think. And then he put a lot of runners on base. He was putting on over 1.5 runners per inning on base, and just couldn't. A little like Daisuke Matsuzaka, I used to say. He would put on like 1.5 base runners per inning, and then somehow get out of it. Oftentimes, and that just can't last for a long time. And that's what happened with Joe Hatton. In fact, he pitched 6 times in the World Series, ERA of 8.44. His WHIP, walks plus hits divided by innings pitched, like 2.6 or something crazy like that, which means he's allowing on more than 2.5 base runners per inning on average. A good WHIP is like under 1.25 is where you want to be to be a regular starter. And so Joe Hatton lasted, but he also got started in the major leagues late. He started when he was 29. So I think he kind of retired at a reasonable age. Went on to become a U.S. postal worker, driving a truck, I believe. So Sue has decided she's not going to sell the bat. She's keeping it. It's kind of a family heirloom now. I mean, they played with it as kids, and it didn't mean anything then. But now that she knows that her uncle got it from Jackie Robinson, she's keeping it in the family, which seems really cool to me. I think it's great. I would probably do the same thing. What would you do with it? Let me know in comments. I'm very curious. A little bit of an Attic Find Friday today. I found this one really interesting. I have a few more still that I'll be putting out in the coming weeks. I have 1 more week of work, then I'm off for a month, and I have a big month planned of content, LCS visits, the National, lots of fun stuff. I'm excited about it. A lot more about the Vermont collection coming up too, as I'm probably halfway through the work, I'm guessing, and I've put in 25-ish, maybe 30 hours of work into it. Some really good cards. I'm really happy. I mean, there's no $100 cards, but I've been very happy with the results so far. Got a batch that I'm sending off to PSA at some point, once I'm done going through everything. And I'm going to put another video out probably next week or this weekend of me, next week, searching through 1980s Topps Traded sets, which will be fun. I haven't done it yet, but there are a lot of them in there, and I'm looking for very specific cards. So make sure you're subscribed. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up over the next 5 to 6 weeks. And I will be back hopefully with another video tomorrow. Actually, it might be that one tomorrow. Have a great weekend, guys.